Hello, hello, and welcome. Welcome to my microphone wire falling out. Welcome to more Marble Island Roll Game Dev, where we are going to just be... Oh, fuck. Ah. The camera speed is way too high. Ah. Why? Why are you so high, camera speed? No, stop. I'm trying to... No. Let me turn the camera speed down. Alright, that's much better. Ooh, hang on. Okay, yeah, that's just me selecting the world map a little bit again. So this week, it's been a hot minute, but we are just going to be modifying our world space again. I have yet to import in the additional models I was planning to import in between episodes. So, let's just quickly hop in and roll around a little bit to get an idea of our scale. Because now we've made the map way bigger. If you hear any funny sounds in the background, it's because my cat Dipstick is playing with some dice that I left out. And he's an adorable little baby and I love him. So, bigger map scale definitely means I can lower the height of some of these cliffs. And I can also shrink the size of the starting beach. God, this is so fast. Hang on. Let's set it to 20. That feels a lot more reasonable. So let's... Ooh, hang on. Let's... Hang on. Smooth tool. Increase the radius. No, not the radius. The brush size. Increase the brush size. It's just smooth off all of the stuff that got all wonky. Hang on. I don't want to smooth all that. Smooth off the beach. There we go. And now, I feel like the beach is a little bit overly tall now, though. Yeah, look at that. The beach is miles above the ocean side. Or the ocean layer. So we need to, because we grew the map since last time, let's plot our flatten tool. Any weirdness in shape I'll fix later. Flatten all of that down. And hang on. I've decided I want to have a connecting space over here. Make all that feel more like one beach. And we're gonna make this beach smaller now. This doesn't need to be as big as we had made it anymore. There we go. I'll worry about smoothing off later, but for now, let's now drop in and roll around a little bit and see how things feel. Yeah, that doesn't feel nearly as ridiculously high over the water anymore, and once we smooth that out, I'm sure it'll look a lot better. And that wall there is actually pretty much exactly the height I want the terrain to be at for the upper area. Enough that it feels like it's a barrier, but isn't like ridiculously large. So let's just do that. Meanwhile, this height right here is what I want this to be now. We're just roughing out the terrain, molding things, having fun. There we go. The volcano, I think I'm going to keep exactly as it is. How it got changed in size to be bigger. Because I want the volcano to feel imposingly large. But this all doesn't need to be nearly as big as it is. I think I do want some height over here still. Some ridiculous height on that. And it's just right over here. It gets a little smaller over the village. Alright, and then all this is going to be a little bit lower, like this. And let's check it out. Oh, that's all already about the same height. Let's make the area around, but we want it to be around ocean level. Because it's a lake, so let's do this. Have this area still be elevated, actually. So yeah, this half of the map is going to be like the jungle region with ancient ruins and stuff, and maybe like some snakes that push the player around, I don't know. There we go. Look at it. And keep all this elevated at the height it's at. All of this can be brought to the lower height. And the height that I'm using over here, let's quickly drag that brush height over to here. There we go. Oh, that's just the height that's right here, huh? I want this to still be up high. And I actually think I want to have a big old jetty running out over here of something that you'll be able to see from your home area. Maybe I'll put a mansion there, or a... actually, a big old mansion you explore has a large platforming puzzle. Would be really fun. In fact, hang on. Let's take this height from here. Oh, that is the same height. Okay. Then let's do a slightly elevated height. You know, go even higher. Flatten. And it will have like a spooky mansion area over here that I'll build up. Let me drop my marble here and see if it feels like a space that could fit a mansion. Yeah, this feels like a large enough chunk of land that I can build a mansion on it. And like there'll be a bunch of marbles scattered around it, and it'll be like a big old spooky mansion with the collectibles inside of it. Oh, We're no longer... Oh, wait, we're floating. What happened to the water here? That's a visual glitch. Know how we deal with that? We're just gonna... hide it underneath terrain. I think the idea of having this little lip around here is a good one. But not all the way around. Just sort of here. If I can learn how to carve caves into terrain, putting a cave there could be a fun choice. Alright. How does the scale of this beach feel? Do I want to make it smaller, bigger? Honestly, it feels a little too big right now. For what's supposed to be the small starting Happy Home Village beach. And I know that means that this is all going to feel too big. Now let's feel it out. Yeah, no, this feels more reasonable, has the cool little area where your little fishing hut is. Got all those walls there. Man, actually, these cliff sides still feel a little overly imposingly large now that I look at them. So let's go a little lower. Let's go with, like, here. Let's carve that up a little. And let's drop ourselves and look at it and see how we feel about it. Oh, where am I? How's this looking? That feels much less intimidating, and I don't see us accidentally rolling up it. It still feels like a suitable barrier for entry. Yeah. Yeah, nah, that's good. We'll paint all the terrain later. Right now, we're just getting the feel right, you know? And, hang on. Let's also quickly see. How does it look, when we come over here? We got all nice big beach here. Honestly, I could probably trim down the thickness of this a little. And this area is looking pretty good for the area where our huts go. Yeah, this feels like a good size for the rest of the village, the beach village. Alright, so now let's smooth all this out. Smooth all this out. Smooth all of this out. There we go. Let me sip my coffee. Alright. Fair warning, for a little while the videos might get a little bit shorter of the game dev vids, just because, like, putting out these like over an hour long videos every week is a little straining on my recording schedule, so I might start dialing them back a little. Let's see here. How does it feel when we're up here? Do those walls feel too scary big? I think so. Yeah, they feel too big. So let's go ahead and like go with this height, I think. How does that feel? Ooh, hang on. That doesn't sound like the right music playing. Why did I switch off my music playlist? Because my playlist wasn't set to loop. Give me a moment. Okay. We are good. Now the music should loop. Yeah, that feels like a more reasonable height for the cliff sides at the edge, like, at the edge of this area, to mark off the edge of the map for this region. So let's just go ahead and... Boop. So yeah, tutorial area is the beach, and then you get to come up here to, like, section, like, tutorial 2.0, I guess, where you approach, which is the approach to the volcano. Where everything's gonna be walled off. The whole volcano is gonna have like a ramp going up around it, and we'll worry about designing that area later. And I'm gonna fill this whole strip with a bunch of jungle trees and stuff to make it like the edge of an edge of the map area. And then we just make sure that like I can't ram these walls with enough speed to just glide up them. Yeah, no, I think we should be fine. Yeah, the decrease to player speed was a very big, a very good choice, ultimately. Alright, so that's the edges of that. Yeah, and now let's get to work on the terrain of the jungle some more. So, in this part of the jungle, I want there to be an intended entrance right here that is walled off early on by like a thing that's like, oh, speak to the volcano guardian before coming here. Roar. And I might even make it a request that you have a certain number of collectibles before you can go through. That way you have to go to the city first. How does this look from player perspective? Yeah, that feels like a good little canyon entrance. And then it's lake area, big lake bed area, and an upper like wall section that is also going to have a bunch of its own puzzles in it. Right now we're just like building this the sandbox in which we will experiment with making our map and puzzles in, you know? Let's lower. Hang on, keep that nice and low. It's sort of this tiered structure where you can be higher or lower within the jungle space. And then over here, I want to have a big old like wall section, and you can go through another thin canyon area here. to get to it. And I think over here, what I'm gonna want is to lower all of this. And I want this to be another, like, beach alcove area, so I'm just gonna steal the height from over here. And I can flatten it all back out after. There we go. If anybody knows a way where I can code the walls to be like, oh, if it's this much steepness, it will be rock, and if it's this close to water, it'll be sand. Actually, I don't know if I want to do that, because I don't think I want this lake to be sand. So yeah, I think I'll just stick to manually painting all of it. And over here, we'll have a big old beach area. It'll even run along the back of the volcano a little bit. I like that. Let's just go ahead and get some height swatches over here. So let's just pull that height swatch over. And that height swatch over. And then repaint these. Make so that this is just sort of a smooth decline downward. And we'll make it even smoother later on with some, you know, good placement of things. Okay. So that's that. I think I might wanna... And, you know, I can play with getting the detailing better as I go. For now, we're doing some big old blocking out of things. So over here, we'll have the Haunted Mansion space. Although we've been changing up the heights, so let's just... That'll be high enough for it, for sure. This will be the height of the upper city section. And yet, actually, I can even probably go a little lower. That'll be good. Good height for the mansion's height, or elevated area. The spooky mansion. It's like, the game kind of has levels, but they're all just existing in an open world for you to go between. You know, we got Happy Little Beach level, Spooky Mansion level, Deep Jungle, which will probably have a few sections in it, Beach, or Secluded Beach, Spooky Mansion, Central Jungle, like Tutorial Jungle Town. You know, might make it all nice, easy stuff. I want this to be a more open clearing because this is going to be leading into the big city area. There we go, just like this. Smooth all that out. So yeah, we're gonna have an elevated city section here. And then alright, I think I might make a lot of this here jungle still, actually, like just more jungle. That way you're not seeing the city from the home beach region. Giving the home beach region a nice, calm, like nature-y feel. Run all this along here. Actually, no. I'm gonna do, yeah, like that. Camera move, please. There we go. Let me raise my size of my brush. So over here will be Tall City region. And over here will be the lower city region. And I want to grab beach height again. I'm sure there's better ways to do what I'm doing. This is just the way I know how. Da-da-dum. Da-da-doo. And down here, there will be pier, you know, there's gonna be a pier. That's what I'm trying to say. That will reach out into the water and have some navigating puzzles in it. I want to have like a Hawaii town, like I'm thinking like, you know, like Hawaii, like the cities in Hawaii here. And there's a fucking bot that I can ban in my chat. There we go. I think I might want to, over here, have a big old arena. I talked about that a little bit when I was doing, like, the drawing in MS Paint, the map, to give myself ideas. Over here is where I'll build the arena. And so, yeah, that's a good look for the map so far. Docks region, arena, spooky mansion, city, with an upper and lower section. Starting beach zone, tutorial jungle zone, advanced jungle zone, beach or secondary beach zone. You know, like I'm thinking there might be some chill surfer dudes who hang out here, and when you ask them like, "Wait, how'd you get by the secret wall, like the evil wall that requires a marble count to get by?" They'll just be like, "Yo, we just swam around. We surfed here, bruh, bruv, bruh." Yeah, I'm thinking I like this. I'm liking the layout of our island here, you know. And I feel like, and let me just go up here and roll around a little bit and see if like the heights feel like a good height on everything. So going down from spooky mansion height to the everything else height. That's a little high, but I can make it a platforming puzzle going up there, so I'm okay with that. Going down from the upper walls of the heightened city and the areas that are heightened into the city region. That feels like a little bit too big of a gap, actually. Does it? Hang on. It feels good here, but it feels less good over there. Once you're in the city. But yeah, I think I'm happy with it, actually. I've decided I'm happy with it. Slip over through here into the jungle. And yeah, you got the big jungle bowl. This is actually nice large area where I'll be able to put loads of collectibles. It's gonna be great. Yeah, the expansion of the map was definitely a needed thing. And let's roll down into here and look around. Do. And with the rough blocking out. Okay, we're actually probably getting ready to wrap up this part of the stream, and I'll be switching stream categories in just a second. Alright, I think this has come out very good. Yeah, we're just gonna be switching over and to something else, because I think I've achieved what I want to do today, which is blocking out the shape of our volcano island. So next time we sit down and do this, hang on, I'm gonna sip my drink. I think my goal next time, I'm gonna try and, in between streams, figure out how to import the models I want to import, and we're gonna perfect this beach zone. We're gonna make this beach look really good, put the first few collectibles, build the houses inside, or build the houses, give them their interiors and the collectibles in the area, you know, just make this area look good. And at some point, I gotta learn how to make the game check. Yeah, I'm shooting this out there, if people know how to do Unreal development, if anybody knows how to set checks for how many of the collectibles I have, let me know, because I already have my idle collection counter system in play. Like, hang on, if I just go ahead and content drawer. Oh, Jesus. Lower that a little bit, please. Drop an idle in. Ooh. Switch from landscape mode to selection mode. So yeah, right now if we collect the collectibles, our little idle counter comes down. So, and the game internally keeps track of that by storing it, I believe, in the player. Because the player is always loaded, so the idle count you have is stored in the player, I think, if I remember how I did it right. So, if anybody knows how to set up things, because I want to make it so that the player will need to collect their first few collectibles here on the beach in order to make the tree over here get chopped. There'll be a tree blocking their path. It's only once they've done a certain amount of, like, stuff down here that the guy will finish chopping stuff down. And, like, I want to put, like, barriers that activate or open when you have certain things. So if anybody knows how to do that, please give me advice in the comments or the Discord. But yeah, this has been some Marble Island Roll development. Hope to see all of you next week for more of it. And ta-ta for now!